What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Tren-dy TV Tuesdays. We're covering Primal Season 3, Episode 2, entitled Kingdom of Sorrow. And of course, I don't do this on my own. I do it with a wonderful panel. And joining me tonight is Bex, Emperor Goodwin, and Papa Pumpkin. Papa Pumpkin. How are you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a bit of a doozy. Well, you know, I want to say some good things about it. Like there are, I tried. Okay, listen, if you're watching this, for the first time, on a replay, and like you didn't give it a chance. No, I gave it a chance, all right. And again, I was trying to look at the things that I think are going to be quite interesting to talk about on a not so good level. But of course, I try to look at the things that, I think Gendy tried to do from a director standpoint. Because I don't think he wrote this one to my recollection.
No, and he didn't do the storyboards either. And
right.
Boy, can you tell.
And I was like, and you can tell. And that again is just
this
really
feels like he's stepping further and further away from it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe because he was like, nah, 2 seasons are enough. And then
into it, perhaps.
They're like, no, we need more. And so maybe he's trolling Warner Brothers and going, okay, this zombie franchise is going to be meta reference.
You wanted
zombie
this
character? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you. You want more spear?
This episode is all about another person getting flashes of what Gendy intended with Primal all along. That's what it's about.
and I think whoever wrote this episode is a big Lion King fan, because we basically got Scar.
Yep.
We got Scar. In like fur, he gets his eye ripped out, and I'm like, this is too on the nose. Like our friend
AJ is definitely
AJ Abomination would absolutely love, would probably be frothing at the mouth to watch this episode. And I just want to say, for the first episode, that's been doing exceedingly well on YouTube. I just didn't really expect that. So I just want to say a shout out to everyone that's watched the first episode. I don't know if we're going to watch this episode, because I don't know how people feel about it so far. I've seen a lot of mixed things. You all, if you watched last week's episode of us covering this, we all basically gave it a 5 out of 10. Collectively, it was just very mid. We're obviously very concerned as where this season's going to go, and this is not a step in the right direction. I think this could have been completely avoided with episode 2 here, but there's part of me that wants to give Gendy a benefit of the doubt, and we've got plenty of episodes left to go on to. But as we know that these episodes are very short. We're 2 episodes in, so if we're a quarter of the way through this season, it is quite alarming.
Is it 8 or 10 episodes?
I thought it was 10 episodes.
Is it 10?
I think it's 10.
Okay, it's 10. Okay, so we're a fifth of the way. So,
well, we're gonna need a fifth for the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Just on Goodwin's note and your note about the storyboards, I actually wasn't even paying attention to the credits, and now that you've pointed that out, it makes a lot of sense why this episode just felt like nothing happened. But on top of that, like, I'm sure you guys all remember that after season 2 came out, I think it was like a year after that, the article started coming out that Genndy wanted to do a season 3, but it was going to become like an anthology series. So like, I suspect maybe because WB makes so many great creative decisions,
boy do they ever,
that they didn't want to take that kind of risk, because I think Primal, they had already taken a risk on it, because it's just it's not the norm for what television is right now, let alone what animation is right now. So they took a risk, it was successful, and then they're just like, oh wait, no, we can't give you that risk again though. People love Spear, so just write a story about Spear and see where you can take it.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. And it's like, but he's dead.
Right. So it's like, it's almost as though maybe there's, again, this is all just speculation, right? But maybe Genndy is just kind of at a point where contractually he's obligated, and he's just got to see it through, because this is kind of his baby, but he's kind of lost control. at
Well,
the
he
same. Because yeah,
said-
he usually did all the storyboards, right, for the
Mhm.
previous 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Yep.
and did a
He-
lot of the writing for episodes as well.
He said regarding this season that he was worried he was jumping the shark, but then when he looked it over, he said he thought it was awesome.
I mean, he's got to say that to hype it up, right?
Yeah, but
Maybe to appease, people
Yeah,
involved.
he can't be like, well, you know, at first I thought I jumped the shark, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, I fucked up. That's
Yeah.
probably not going to be something that he says.
Yeah, the shark actually ate me instead. So about that.
Yeah.
I
I tried to jump the
but
shark.
I was a
landed in
zombie
its
and I
mouth.
didn't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a zombie shark, guys. Sorry. You know, it is going to be interesting though to kind of see where the rest of this season pans out, and we're gonna dive into this episode and just kind of go through some slides, and and again, there are some good points I think to take away from. Not many.
Are there?
I'll get into it. Just my 2 cents, of course. but-
I liked one of the skies that they painted.
yeah, there's a couple of shots I liked. I liked the
I know that sky. I
the
watched
sound
that sky.
design during a certain part of the episode. I liked the
Yeah.
sound design a lot.
A little bit, but it
Like-
also falls off in others, and you just like
Yeah.
the inconsistency is.
It's inconsistent, which is unfortunate.
Well, yeah,
So,
it's just it feels like anytime it appears of like there's some kind of progress, like a few minutes later it feels lost.
Yeah, just resets
like-
back to the shambling mound that it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like for a moment, it's like, oh, is he starting to learn? And it's like right after like said danger is gone, it's like, okay, he's
Nope.
back to that. It's like, so what's even happening? It's like
Mhm.
Yeah,
this is just treading water at this point.
There's just so
Wait,
when
doesn't even tread water. He walks on the bottom of the.
right, he just walks through water. Now,
that was another thing that I was like, oh, okay, this is a new interesting feat he's achieved. So
right, because he they made it clear that he wasn't going to do that in the previous episode with the crocodile and everything. But I did notice that because we've seen this kind of Indiana Jones is the most prevalent example I can think of. But I understand that Spear doesn't have his memories and he's not himself in the state he's in.
yeah,
But it very much feels like this episode in particular kind of went out of its way to make him like a bit of a pussy. Cause like when he encounters the lions, right? They all start ganging up on him in the first instant, and he's like, "Oh shit! Like I
gotta
cannot
run."
take all of them on." Yeah, so he runs.
Yep.
And then they end up get like 3 of them pile onto him, and he keeps walking. And he gets lucky that the ground breaks and it goes in the water.
Mhm.
And then once that happens, then he just like carries on like nothing happens. But then he's ambushed again by lions, and it's not like there's that many, that fewer.
There's only
But then
2 when he
yeah.
does this Hulk smash thing with him.
yeah,
But yeah, he does the Hulk smash thing, and then he's totally fine to take on that giant scar lion, which is
Mhm.
like 6 times his size.
it's a big boy.
It's not like even when we saw him in the first episode beating up those like skull monkey dudes, he wasn't like bothered by the fact that there were 10 of them. He just went berserk, and he continued to go berserk for the rest of the episode when he was threatened or he saw a threat. And then suddenly it's a complete 180. It was very strange and like tonally inconsistent from not just what we've seen Spear do in the first 2 seasons, but just the first episode of
Right.
this season.
Yeah,
It was
I guess
strange.
you could argue that, like, you know, him wreaking havoc on the skullhead dreads,
Mhm.
that he was under the control of the vengeance demon.
Yeah. Then there's the Night Riders
Voodoo,
though,
yeah.
and he had
Right,
no
but then
problem.
after, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is and what you see is like the power scaling just is random, and his
yeah,
his awareness of world and things like that it's again, there's nothing like plot or you know, somehow we got on fucking Arrakis and
yeah.
you know,
I was like, oh, we got Shai Halud
yeah,
and
Shai Hulud
Scar
shows up,
in this
and
episode.
he just sits there and looks at him dumbfounded for a while, and then is like, oh, I should run because I remember running, and takes like
Yeah.
one step back, and then bam, it's like, and then he's able to like wrestle this thing, but then lions show up, and that's the problem. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah.
and then, and there's
Yes.
nothing other than I'm seeking out Fang because I think I hear roar, and I'm just go be shambling mound to that.
No,
And then we
and-
had the acid trip dream, which was like, what is? Oh, I mean,
Yeah, so we
Which
can
came
also
out of
dream
nowhere.
as well.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
granted,
like a lot.
the trip dream did give us, I think, the most telling shot of the show so far, which this should be like on the season 3 cover is just the zombie version dumbly looking at the superior version.
yes, yes,
Like that's season
Yeah.
3 looking at seasons 1 and 2. Like
yeah. Stroking the spear with his some partially skeletonized finger as the flesh rots and drops off. Yep, that's
Like I'll say this: there is one consistent thing about these 2 episodes I really like is that you can farm so many expressions off of this for video. Like I've already used, I think 1 or 2 for my next one.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm,
it's-
I'm seeing expressions here and there. I'm like, oh, that'll be good. I
yeah,
can
it's
use
perfect reaction material for things. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
but it's
Corey.
just, I mean, it is. I can't say that it is comparable to Arcane season 1 versus season 2, but it's starting to get there.
It's feeling like
Because season 1 and season 2, they're dealing with different themes, but there's still, there's so much expression and energy and you have so much going on about it. This episode. The backgrounds are dead. Nothing's moving. Even like the pretty painted sky was just still. And then we get like Hanna-Barbera level animation with the lions. Where the mouths like switch back and forth, but everything else stays still. And I was like, did you make this for like 87 cents? Was this what is going on with this? It is just such a drop, because if nothing else, like in episode 1, you could look at it and go, you know what? I disagree with some of like the character design, like the the Skullhead Dread
Right.
guys. But the animation itself was good. There's a couple of moments where it's like, but that's always been true, where you kind of see Gendy budgeting his efforts to have a big payoff. But this one is just, the whole thing could just be like a flip book and would have just as much meaning.
Yeah, there's a similar feelings that I had about this with just wondering what the intentions behind the spear is supposed to be. And I want to delve into my thoughts a little bit more, but I want to say what's up to the people in the chat. Wayfarer, yes, like and subscribe, good people. Again, if you're watching this for the first time and or replay or suggestion from YouTube, just do me a favor, like it, drop a comment, tell us what you thought about this season so far or this particular episode. Because again, I'm really curious to see what people think
Put it this way,
elsewhere.
once you get past 5 comments, that'll be more script than this episode has.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I think we checked last week to see how many votes, IMDb gave it. Again, can't always rely on that, which it was very high from what I remember.
They put it above episode 1 or episode 8 from season 1.
Yeah, I was like, nah, this ain't
Get the fuck
that
out of here.
good at all. Luigi, Frank Bob, 9269. What's up? Hello.
Hello there.
And then we got Wayfarer, who's dropping lines that are annoying. Good one here.
He's going to spend life in prison 2 weeks at a time with all of these Vanilla Ice references.
Yeah. And
this episode has already dropped to an 8.1, which it was an 8.4 about 5 hours ago.
oh wow.
So
The fact that it's still an 8 is beyond me, but
and last week is down to an 8.2.
Well,
Oh,
that
that's a
is a
steep
noticeable drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like 9.2 or something.
yeah, it was high. It was really high. Waylon's still recovering from his birthday. Again, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Waylon. Hope
Happy-
you're doing well today.
I am curious to see how much you actually had to drink, though.
Happy
but,
hangover day.
Happy hangover day. Yep.
Well, he
Okay.
basically, like, my guess is his drinking was like when Spear walked underneath the water, except it was like whiskey.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
walked through under.
And then the spear didn't have to walk out. It
Like,
just
he didn't
drained
drink,
it.
he absorbed.
Just
Just absorbed it. Yeah.
yeah.
So let's let this little slideshow play here, but again, I think I was never concerned. And I said this last week. I was never concerned about what the animation was going to present itself. It is interesting how again we see more newer animals that is kind of setting the tone as to this accelerated timeline. Again, we don't know exactly how long it's been since he passed away from when he was resurrected or whatever. But I just kind of laughed that these little creatures here, these mammals, got all spooked because they see a zombie spear approaching. And you know what? I don't always look too far into the titles. I mean, I did in the past for these episodes in season 1, season 2, especially when we were discussing it on Gucci's channel, because I always imagined that Gendy was trying to tell us something else about it. And ironically, I was looking at the title and go, "Oh, King of Sorrow." That's actually a song from one of my favorite metalcore bands called August Burns Red. And I'm sure that they may or may not be the same, but King of Sorrow just basically means like, someone who's had to endure a arduous path. Again, like pretty cool. I liked that shot. I'll go back for a second there. Just like it. Well, went too far.
Nope.
But I liked that shot with the reflection of spear in this mammal's eye, whatever. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool shot. Again, I was never concerned about the animation purposes, but just thinking about what this title might unfold based on or versus what we watched from last week in the little trailer. And I'm like, okay, we know we get surrounded by lions, way too many lions. And, like how many pride of lions were there? But anyway, he's having to endure this pain, this journey, but I don't think it's warranted either. I think, we could have cut to the chase. Like there could have been a lot that's
totally, absolutely correct.
Yeah, I am the King of Sorrow watching 2 Midisbook episodes. And that's exactly where I'm like, I was like, if there's anyone that's the King of Sorrow right now, it's us. We're having to endure.
This keeps on to episode 3. I'm going straight up police with the King of Pain.
Yeah, like
I wanted Primal, not Amazon Primal.
Yeah.
Just on the note of the what was the last week's episode called?
Vengeance of Death.
I just usually when he names the episodes, like there's something either it's reflected in what the characters kind of experience or overcome, or it's reflected in kind of the creatures that we see in that episode. And where was the sorrow in this? We have the flashback, but it's not really sorrowful. It's more shocking than anything. Even when that Scar lion dies, it's a big nothing burger. Like the other lions aren't sorrowful about it. The minimal flashbacks he has here or memories that come back, there's no sorrow that they evoke. So, and then last week's episode is just like vengeance of what? Death. So okay, you kind of got it with the wizard man kind of controlling Spear for all of 5 minutes of a 20-minute episode, but where was the vengeance for the rest of it? Spear has no autonomy basically whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it was somebody else's vengeance. I'm like, okay, I guess, but
it was the old man's vengeance.
It happens so fast in the episode. It's like that doesn't feel like that's the point of it.
Yeah,
right.
I think it was the old man's vengeance, right? Like he's like, "Oh, everyone's dead in my village, my people, they're all dead."
This shit's done in 5 minutes. Unfortunately, we have another 15+ minutes of episode to go. Where it's
right. So like,
it would be like naming the Fellowship of the Ring, Isildur, because that's what happens in the first 5 minutes of Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Well, Isildur kills Sauron. It's like, is that the whole point of the movie? No.
It's just Isildur's Bane. Okay, that's it. Cool. All right. Well. Not going to destroy it while I'm standing right in the mouth of Mount Doom. But yeah, anyway.
Lord of the Rings, Frodo's Dream. That's the sequel name.
The these titles just aren't working, and I'm a little bit actually, that's another thing to be concerned about, because am I just going to expect titles that just relate to one short scene
one scene
in an entire episode moving forward, unlike how it used to be before? And I don't know if you guys watched the teaser for next week, but it looks like we're getting more of the same.
Well, so I mean, the one thing I would say is I defy you to come up with a thematic title for episode 1 and 2.
I know.
Shambling.
Sleepwalking.
Yeah.
No, I would, if I were reviewing this, I would constantly have the art merchant from SpongeBob popping in saying perfect censorship because of the penis shadow. That perfect censorship would be my title for the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, and you know, like when you look at, again, just to talk about some of the titles from the first and second season, like episode 1, Spear and Fang. What's that highlight? Highlights, which you see those flashbacks in this episode, which is kind of interesting though. When they're being chased by the larger, predator. But you know, the river of snakes. Okay, that's all about that. A cold death. Again, the plague of madness,
the mammoths,
right?
Yeah,
like Coven of the Damned with the witches. Like, there's so many things that tie into the title. I mean, even in season 2, the Shadow of Fate. Like, there's a lot that goes into season 2, episode 2. There, Sea of Despair. Everything they have to go with the journey over the sea is treacherous.
But there are actual themes in those episodes. There are no themes in this other than the shambling walk of zombie IP.
Right, the red mist. I mean, there's so many great things about these
this
titles.
Would be the gray boredom.
Seasons. What's up, Davina? How you doing? BoJack Caveman. Yeah.
No balls, all ass.
Yeah.
I'm also just like, we brought it up last episode, but I'm liking the design choices on Zombie Spear less and less, because like this episode, he gets stuck inside that dune worm, and he gets all scratched up, and I'm thinking, okay, now they got to worry about that consistency. But it's like you had mentioned with the power inconsistency, like labeling that, there's also the damage inconsistency. So a monkey with like a stone blade was able to cut off a chunk of his skull, revealing his brain. But this dune worm that's got like 12 rows of teeth is just leaving nothing on him. It's the thorns from a bush that scratch him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and it even when he falls in the thorns in the first spot, right? Like, part of the thorns are kind of stuck
embedded
to his brain as tissue.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I don't want to rip my brain out. And then you see the Shia going, goosh, just like going straight through the all the thorn bushes or trees, whatever they are, like the
you know what, Nick? It's probably because he is the Lisan Al Gaib.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yeah. Muad'Dib or whatever. Lisan Al Gaib.
He's definitely not the Kwisatz Haderach.
Yeah.
Spice.
I'm surprised we didn't get it. No, actually, you know what? We did get a spice dream in this episode.
We did. That should be the episode.
I turned to my wife because Blue Collar made me watch Neil Breen. So I turned to my wife and I said, am I still tripping?
The kangaroo mouse, yes.
The spice dream.
I mean, he's been several lions cannoli, and nah, it's fine.
Oh, by the way, that's one. When we get there, I'll point it out. But there's something that deeply disturbed me and broke all immersion for that whole lion sequence. But continue.
Is it the Hanna-Barbera shit?
Pardon?
Is it the Hanna-Barbera level of animation where the mouths move, but the rest of it doesn't, and shit jumps back and forth like it's like they didn't anchor it correctly? Yeah, I don't know. It's also the very bizarre 3D teeth type thing that they did, where it was like, don't do that again ever.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of them, but that wasn't my concerns.
Yeah, I'd say just again for this moment too. Like, I'm like, oh, so he can breathe underwater. Or whatever it is.
He's dead, but again, now this defeats 2 scenes with water that we saw in the first episode where he made like a conscious decision first of all, not to go in the water because he had that memory in with the river, right? But
Mhm.
then the other thing with the crocodile, like he killed it and then he walked around or through, like just he came out and just
Yeah.
Well,
walked.
not only that, he inhales and exhales.
Yes,
So he
he
clearly
sounds
breathes.
like an asthmatic in some of these scenes,
Yeah,
just
it's
walking
like,
around, but then he goes underwater and nah.
it's like, do you need oxygen or not? Because there's a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah. And he continues to hear this roar, right? Which I'm like, I don't know if we'll ever get to whatever is creating such a noise, but
I think that if you have gas, at some point, Spear's going to start like heading your way because he thinks he heard a roar.
yeah.
Quick, give me some gluten. We'll test it out.
All right.
Much like he has all these faces like, where am I? What is this? That was sort of like my whole thing too. I'm like, yeah, what is about to happen? Then like he was like, oh shit, it's Shai Hulud. I'm like,
Can
okay.
I just on this still, I think this is probably the worst creature design we've seen in this entire
is-
It felt very out of place.
It
Yeah.
felt
Yes.
it felt like something out of heavy metal.
Yeah,
I can see
I
that.
mean, even some of because there are some strange things in the show. Obviously, there's some otherworldly stuff, but this I was like,
Sure.
Davina got it. Yeah. Style reminds me of
I
heavy
mean,
metal.
it doesn't even really make sense
Yeah.
with the location he's in, because you would think that, with this thing lurking around, that would be a constant danger
Right.
to those other little animals. And it's like, wow, it didn't go after any of them. Okay, sure. Like, it's starting to feel like one of the beginning shots of this where you see the little rodent eating a pile of crap is like, oh, is this who this is for, huh? This is
That's
who
not
we
prophetic.
Yeah.
How you doing, bud?
That would be a good thumbnail for this episode.
Yep, we got Lisan Al Gaib, Scar, Shai Hulud, and the underwater walking from the first Pirates of the Caribbean.
I did think of that while he was walking underwater.
We also got some Road to El Dorado with that city like setting and whatnot. So.
Yeah. I was like, okay,
This-
so clearly someone lived in those ruins before, but
Well, so I would, Davina, so please do not let season 3 in any way influence your view of season 1 and season 2. Season 1 is very much a silent movie, where there's no dialogue, but you still have all of the facial and movement portrayal of emotion and story and all that, and it's done masterfully. This season, several people had some sort of head wound or blunt force trauma, or it was bring your kid to work day. I don't know what's going on with this.
I'm gonna let my son write the storyboard, guys.
But this one really does look like one of the shorts that would have been out of the heavy metal movie from 1981.
It looks like an elephant trunk with teeth.
It does
actually.
actually.
That was my nickname in college.
I just it reminded me of, like, you'd mentioned a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. When I first saw this, I thought of Powerpuff Girls. This looked like a monster from an episode of Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, you're right.
Well, didn't Tartakovsky do Powerpuff Girls?
He did work
Yeah.
on Powerpuff Girls, so I guess it makes sense. But it's just, even when like the creature design has been like really simplistic, like I'm thinking like the vampire bats that show up in season 1, right? It's very obviously just a giant vampire bat, but it's those little details that he chooses to keep in that gives it this otherworldliness. It's the choice of color he uses for them that also adds to like the like danger and mysticism around them. I look at this and I'm just like, what are we even doing here? Like, this isn't even complemented by the red sky behind it, because we're
It
in
just
a
makes
fucking
everything
desert.
look muddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's no real weight to the worm.
Yeah, there's no dimension to it whatsoever.
Yeah, and it is such
Sherry.
a contrast to everything else in the the prior seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And obviously my first thing is, okay, so I know he's going to defeat this thing, but let's just see what happens and how it's done. And again, just like he gets torn apart by it, as we just said a moment ago. And where
Also,
I guess
why
it's
is
kind of
why is this
cool,
fucking thing
like-
just sitting here growling at him? What is
Yeah.
that?
Like I like the decay. You
Yeah.
see,
I'm gonna
like,
give
the
you time. I
bones,
think I'm gonna
but-
give you time to process danger while I sit here and roar at you.
Yeah, here's the
Yeah.
flashback from episode 1, season 1.
Yeah.
Oh
Here's
shit!
Here's your chance to
Running,
ride
running,
me.
running.
Are you not going to do that? Okay, I guess I'll just.
Yeah, but also I guess it's almost like a vampire worm, because like when the sun comes up, it's like no, we're
Boy, I'd hate to
molten.
be. I would have hated to be behind Spear on that other shot.
Yeah, but also okay. The other point here.
Ask and
Homeboy-
you shall receive.
Hold on. Yeah. Homeboy is walking slowly so far. And then Homeboy just, boom, jets, can outrun a giant Shai-Hulud worm. How?
Well, he's basically. I mean, it's like, and this is where this episode is so frustrating. It's like momentarily they're activating instincts that he has, and I'm like,
Miles.
okay, you could do something interesting with this, but then the moment it passes,
He'll reset.
it's
Us
yeah,
too,
he
Sherry.
completely resets, so it doesn't feel like we're actually making any progress.
Right.
It's simply achievement unlocked, but only for this particular moment, and then we'll reset to factory settings.
Like
soon enough.
It literally like makes the last 5 seconds of this episode are like the part of the episode I hated the most, because
Mhm.
it felt
Sex.
like you have just
Anyway.
one simple thing you could do differently with it,
Nope.
and we'll get to it, I guess. But it's like, nah, and I was like, really, we're not really making any progress, are we? This is kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, again here. Boop. Oh damn, my brain's stuck. And I don't want to, risk ripping what's left of my brain out, and somehow he gets the vines are alive, I guess
No,
too.
it's just he's so tangled in.
Oh yeah. But hold on. Let me untangle you real quick.
Yeah.
Actually, I just realized this is
Just gonna
Sleeping
leave it here for a
Beauty.
second.
There's another one.
Oh yeah,
that it's
exactly.
from.
Oh, yeah.
The dragon and the thorns, right?
In the thorns.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Like there's moments where he acts like he feels pain, and then
Wait,
there's other
wait,
moments where he
wait.
doesn't. It's like,
is this also Spider-Man 2 when he's up at the train, he's trying to hold it back?
Maybe.
well, the other weird thing, it's like, gosh, it's is he flossing that earthworm with his tiny penis right now?
He doesn't have one. It just withered away.
We don't know.
Well, remember, it canonically she took it with her.
Yeah.
She's wearing
Right,
it as
yeah.
a necklace. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
You won't be needing this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just
Mira's
gonna-
like, I'll be taking this.
He should
Yes.
ride this thing back to the leper colony. That's what he should have done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just eating them all.
That would have been like, I would have been like, okay, now we're going somewhere.
I
Here,
am the
eat
king of the
them,
lepers
not
now.
me. Yeah, that thing rams him into the rock.
I think that's also a scene from one of the Roadrunner like episodes as well, with the tunnel and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, I guess you're saying, Vex, like now they have to be consistent with the markings, and again, like just he's being eaten, he gets impaled through these teeth.
He's able to hold the jaw of that worm open, but he can't free himself from some thorns. Like there's like I
It's really
understand
weird.
that we're already in a strange fantasy world, but it's like it
Sure.
made sense because like while the story was continuing and we're seeing kind of our themes built upon, Spear is kind of leveling up in certain aspects, and Fang was also leveling up, so they became like this ultimate duo. But now
Right.
it's just like you're just kind of it's like whoever wrote this episode or did these storyboards or is working on season 3 so far is just copying and pasting things that had happened in the previous 2 seasons without actually understanding why it worked to see them fighting all
Exactly,
these
sure.
monsters and weird people every episode.
Yeah, it's cargo culting.
Well, truth be told, the script for this episode is like a copy pasted haiku. It's just
Yeah.
walk, earthworm, walk, lions, spear, the end.
Yeah,
Naked buttocks.
Finn.
Yeah. It's like that's
Yeah,
the
it's-
episode. It's like, oh, brilliant. I like this, like the leveraging the mouth open versus I guess getting tangled in like weeds and thorns. Like I could sort of buy that if it was maybe animated a little better, like maybe like
Mhm.
show him tangled up in something a little bit more complex to where it's like maybe strength is not all that helpful in such a scenario. Whereas,
Fair.
like I said, it's a little simpler, I guess, to pry open the mouth of a worm. But again, it's like the way he was tangled up didn't look all that bad, and he
Yeah,
was
it's basically
struggling
here. I
against
put
vines. He was literally
around one
struggling
arm.
against.
You know,
Yeah,
we've seen him absolutely crush stuff like that before.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
you could make it to where it would make sense, but the way it was done, really, it was just like feels kind of cheap.
This
Yep.
was cheap too, in all honesty. This entire again, this quote unquote like payoff or dramatic end to this fight. I
Yeah.
didn't care for it because again, like you mentioned, Gord, then there's just a reset and he keeps walking. Nothing is learned from this. Nothing has helped Spear grow or regain memories. He just keeps walking like
I
nothing.
literally
happened.
like felt like I blinked and I missed him beating the worm. I was like, so, wait, did he win? Like,
No, he
what
got
happened?
lucky.
Where is the worm?
If it wasn't for the
Like, it's
sun,
just
who knows what
gone.
would have
Yeah.
happened?
Luckily, the plot saved him.
The
This
plot armor.
entire episode, all I had going through my head was the Proclaimers. I would walk 500 miles.
I did like the sound design in this particular moment. For me, I thought this was like the best sound design.
Yeah,
in
this
the
would be
entire
this would be a
episode.
really cool scene
but-
in an episode with a point.
Yeah. But like
This
again,
is
like
not that episode.
That's the title, episode with a point.
pointless episode. Even to this point, right? Like
Spear is the
where
point.
he's got all this speary things.
Yeah,
in
unfortunately, he
his back.
leaves the point after he kills the lion.
Well, it's just like again, I'm like, oh wait, okay, this doesn't seem right because trees are just somehow dissolving out of thin air. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
If it's that hot, why isn't his skin also boiling off? And when we're seeing the skeleton come through like we are, but again, as we know, this is just some sort of weird, dream
again,
sequence.
this is very much a heavy metal.
Yes,
Yes,
very much.
there's that influence for sure. Totally agree.
I
again,
don't
the
know
good
about
one was
influence.
thinking-
This looks like straight up theft.
Like Goodwin was
well,
thinking the Proclaimers.
I didn't wanna
was
say that,
thinking
but-
of that scene in Beavis and Butthead Do America where they're hallucinating in the desert with like the Rob Zombie animation. It's like,
Oh yeah.
that's what I started to think of.
But even then, to this point, I'm like, where's the sorrow, right? Like,
The audience, in the audience,
Yeah.
is where it's at.
right? Because it's
It's
like
the season 3
Gosh.
writers looking at the season 1 and 2 writers.
I mean, you could argue there is some sorrow from a live Spear looking at what's left of himself because you do see like there is some sadness in his eyes looking at what's become of him. But again, there's no follow-up to maybe that. So it's just a pointless emotion to have drawn on his face ultimately.
This is his own hallucination, so
Right.
it's his own sorrow for himself.
I guess the
Mentally,
thing.
it's just like I don't know if this like that would be something you could do if the story made sense, but we haven't
I
arrived
guess
at that point.
yeah, I guess the one thing too that I question is if he's able to have these actual dreams that seem very real, but yet his memory when he's awake is extremely vivid, right? Almost seems like an actual hallucination. Because of even the way it's just drawn, it's meant to kind of seem like that. Like he just doesn't quite know, but it's like this. Oh yeah, I kind of remember being in this position before, so I got to run. Or that reminds me of something of a dinosaur, but I can't quite remember my best friend sort of thing. But I can remember exactly what I looked like in a dream. Yeah, and I think I guess if anything, the spear that he sees in the dream is something that's going to foreshadow that he has to utilize later on when he has to kill the giant scar lion. But again, I don't know. I feel like I'm even giving it too much credit.
I think
Well,
you are.
it's not particularly useful to your audience because the things he's flashing towards, you have to assume your audience has already seen. So it's like all these things that are revelation to him. It's like, yeah, we know
Maybe.
all this. It's like we know the things it's like we already know all this stuff. So it's like you need to start arriving at your point quickly, or at least give us give us some direction other than the direction of a noise. It's like,
Yeah.
how long are you going to stretch this out?
500 miles is how long they're going to stretch
This
it out.
literally feels, it's like I'm genuinely concerned this is the whole season at this point.
Yeah.
We're just going to be slowly treading our way towards whatever this is going towards. And I'll be honest, I'm not even on board with the idea. It's, he's heading towards Aurora and that actually turning out to be Fang. And I'm like, yeah, I'd have a hard time buying that, to be honest, given his mental state.
And it should, I think, if it's going to line up properly, and they're going to allow a sufficient amount of time to have passed, which would mean that Fang is dead, his wife is old, doesn't look quite the same, like she'll have like wrinkles or something like that, maybe. But
Kid
that
is like a teenager or
kids
something.
are teenagers, and then Fang's, baby dinos
Yeah, the
are
babies
now
are running around. Yeah,
grown up now, right? Like we see like this, the two shaded ones, so we should see two dinos at some point, but
we're going to run into like a lot of issues just based on how they're choosing to start off this season. Cause so far it's just Spear aiming or wandering aimlessly. He doesn't seem to have much mental like facilities, period. The plot just kind of chooses when he decides to fight back or run or climb things and all this shit. But the rest of the time he has like literally no working brain. So I'm just at a loss at how they're going to try and tie it together that the people he knows and loves and is remembering in these first 2 episodes aren't even there anymore.
Right.
Well,
what's the point?
What's the point of digging him up and just having him be reactive through 2 episodes, and then he meets family, and what's your greater theme other than, okay, we resurrected the corpse of guy you like,
right,
and traipsed him across the world so he can meet up with people that he doesn't know anymore, and he's going to become the housemaid so they can tell him what to do because he has no volition on his own.
I mean, the other
what's the
assumption
fucking reason for this?
The other assumption we can make is that he meets more witches or wizards of some other like clan or whatever, and they kind of bring him back to full life. But again, then you've taken away his entire purpose and journey in the first 2 seasons to have that completely reset in a really fucking retarded way just for him to go on the same journey again.
Yeah, and it's going to be the ghost of things from the past that we just can't let go. And I mean, that's a meta fucking story, and I would I'd be down with it if he was trolling WB over it. But I don't think that's what's happening.
Yeah, and I don't know. Again, if you want to just say, oh well, the fight was kind of cool, but even then,
it wasn't.
Look at the flat
colors in the back. Look at the Hanna-Barbera level of design for these.
I didn't like the fight at all. That's honestly, this was one of the biggest letdowns. This was a nothing burger. I was like, okay, at least give me some decent action with whatever this is going to be. This didn't deliver at all.
No, think about the fight with the cave bears when the when the Vikings were riding them, right?
3.
Yeah, and just like how much weight they had and the strength of whatever. None of this. I mean, it just
yeah. And again, we talked about being consistent with the art form, and when he's being pushed forcibly through the vines with Shai Hulud, and we see all the scars on him. This dude gets bitten by a lion here, and you don't really see anything. And again, I'm not going to say. I guess I could be very heavy on the critique there and going, he should have more holes here or on his arm, but you don't really see that.
Be able to just bite like
his arm off
out of him,
or
bite through. Yeah. It's like this. I mean, he's.
Go back to the prior. Tell me that isn't the face from Scooby-Doo that goes when it comes flying at you.
Yep.
It's a choice. It's a choice. I could have understood a standoff. Again, like maybe not having such a severe latch onto him. You know, maybe they struggle like this. It's more of like a weird wrestling match. And again, like, yeah, Spear goes apeshit, gets some good knocks into this lion here, and ultimately beats him one-on-one, or it one-on-one. And then it's like, well, wait a second. There's a lot more. It throws him right into this. Wait, there's more. And he was like, oh shit. I remember the time when I used to run.
I literally thought, like, you looked at this thing and I was like, it looks like a zombie lion at first, and I was like, wait, what am I looking at right now?
We're not at zombie lion. My wife literally said, "Is that lion a zombie?" And I was like, "Fuck if I know."
I would have rather been them have them all been like zombie lions, and it's just okay. Well, may the best zombie thing win. Maybe I guess
these mouths look like 80s high school mascots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I also really, like, genuinely, I was looking at the timestamp as it went. They spend almost a full minute on just these lions roaring in different shots consecutively.
They drag this out big time.
Oh yeah, they're like, well, we don't have any story to tell, so here we go.
We watched that trailer preview for the episode 2 last week, and like that was the entire trailer. I was like, you're gonna have this for
that was
30
seconds though, and there was like a lead up
this.
to it, right? So like there's a lead up to it. It's like, okay, maybe that's like the most, but no, it just kept showing different shots of roaring back to back for a full minute. I'm like, my nigga, like
it started to feel a little bit like the Monty Python the Holy Grail scene where the guy's just running at them and never closes the distance.
Yeah,
right. I'm just, because when we had at least creatures in like that were in groups in the previous seasons, like there was a tandem that they usually worked in, so there was a genuine threat to Spear and or Fang when that happened. But you just spend a minute of them roaring, and now you've taken away from the immersion, because lions wouldn't exactly like. A predator like this wouldn't just stand there roaring for a full fucking minute and surround you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But also, even on this part here too, he's got 3 lions on his back, biting into him, and he's carrying the weight of them all. Right? I mean, right here, bro. That thing is putting
a chunk out of
its
him.
full force.
Well, his spinal column is severed.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be able to move.
Why did thorns do so much damage to him, but a lion biting the back of his fucking neck out does nothing?
Well, that's because one of the thorns hit the censored area.
So he can no longer feel pain. Gotcha. Lucky him. We still feel pain as we watch this.
Good thing the plot showed up to save his ass again.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh,
like even
lucky him. The ground's gonna crumble.
Like if you're gonna do like, okay, like
understand it's like 1,000 pounds on him.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even just that. It's like, okay, so if we're to believe like this is a weak piece of ground, like it's a ceiling, like it's a thin ceiling, it's weak. It's like it crumbling that way doesn't make a ton of sense. It should fall like more like tiles falling in or something like that. I was like, that's weirdly animated there. Okay. And like I said, I mean, obviously the convenience notwithstanding, it's like that's silly.
Yeah, why isn't it breaking along the seams of the stone and just dropping straight? Yeah.
Although I was like, oh shit, all the lions are gonna drown.
And they do.
Yeah. I was like, man, they really went with this whole cats hate water theme. Hey, that's one thing they I guess got right, maybe? No?
Theme, symbolism, thing. It's just a thing. It didn't mean anything.
Yeah. And then
it's the plot that saved them. But then
and this meant nothing too. Like they went through the trouble of animating these cave paintings in the background, and I was expecting, oh, is that going to mean something? Is this going to trigger something like more than just a memory and Spear? And it's literally just there for background. That's it.
Well, it's it's there as like the reason that cave painting is there is to kind of, I guess, sort of justify why there's going to be a skeleton with a spear there. It's a little bit of like visual foreshadowing, I guess, but it's like it's really all we get out of it. And I'm like, okay, but that might be meaningful if not for the way the episode actually ends, which is him walking away from it completely. It's like if he had taken the spear with him, I'd have been like, okay, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, again, he's starting to piece himself back together, and the thing that kind of just no, just leave it.
The fact that he didn't take the spear with him really pissed me off, and I was like, what's the point of all
I was like, why did I have to watch all this?
That annoyed me a lot.
Even with like the foreshadowing or whatever that you mentioned there, Gord, we saw when he entered this like ruins place, like
he kicks a fucking skull down the stairs.
Yeah, so we didn't need to see the
Oh
skeleton.
no, I'm gonna say it's like I think that's the intent behind it. It's just it's not. There's very little to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they think they're being clever, but it's just like, yeah.
Well, I mean, again, it's the no, Jimmy, the
pass.
You walked into a civilization that has collapsed, but they had the ability to build stone buildings and all that stuff. I think I might be able to infer that they may have also invented the fucking spear at some point.
Yep.
Why do I need a cave painting to tell me that?
Yeah.
By the way, we're not complaining that there is a cave painting. It's just that they center this in frame specifically so you will notice it. So it's like you have to we're forced to comment on it because it's not innocuous. It's like it is put center frame and he literally walks with it in his direct background. It's like you are supposed to see it.
Yeah, again, the camera is telling you that this is important because of its placement.
Mm-hmm.
But now,
by the way, this had a chance to at least be a really satisfying piece of action, and they pull away from it. And I was like, "Come on, you can at least let me watch this."
They won't even show the gore.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, well, that's a letdown," because this has been a great gory piece of fight scene. And
like at first when they were showing these flashes, I thought like they were doing some visual thing where they were like merging his face with that of a lion or something, like they were doing something stylistic.
That's what I thought there too. Yeah.
Okay, tell me that this shot right here doesn't look like Bakshi's Lord of the Rings or something very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe the animated Hobbit.
I could see that.
Yeah, outside of Spear, yeah, pretty much everything around him does, definitely.
Yeah, all the colors and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Like there's some sort of forest, Markwood or something along those lines. Giamma, I don't know if you should watch it.
I don't know why you watched it the first time.
Oh, he's waiting for Starfleet Academy to finish so he can binge it. You do realize that they've already shot the second season of that, right?
I would rather watch this than Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
Is that the new Star Trek show with all of like the fat aliens and all that?
Yeah, yeah. And they have completed shooting season 2 of it.
I
do
terrible.
No, Jamma, I do remember the actual reason. It's just that was more a comment on the show, not you.
Yeah. But no, I agree, Gord. I thought they were doing something cool like this. This is again like maybe some sort of animal instinct of him becoming the lion as he's killing them, right? Like, and then again they take the gore away from us and they just have his hands, be all bloodied. And yeah, okay, that's fine and all, but
Spear messy when painting house.
Right. And then
it's when they kept showing it, I was like, oh wait, so is this an actual creature? And why does it look like the same colors as him? Like what's going on?
How many fucking lions are there, bro? Like you killed a bunch of them by drowning. You smashed 2 of them together, and then this son of a bitch comes out like, "Who disturbs my slumber?" And he's like, what's the Scar theme in The Lion King? AJ, where are you?
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Yeah, I don't think Spear was prepared enough to fight him until.
Does that mean this lion's name is Jeremy?
Plot armor. Yeah, we're gonna call the lion Jeremy. We have dubbed.
Boy, it looks like he
Jeremy.
has hydrocephaly in that shot.
Yeah, he kind of looks.
He's as surprised as any of us that he jumped.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, God. So
yeah,
bad.
honestly, that shot kind of reminded me of like some of these old like textbooks of like Greek mythology, like there's I'm trying to think, like what's like drawings that you see of like the chimera and stuff like that,
Yeah,
the lion
yeah,
side of the
yeah.
chimera. This kind of reminded me of that a little bit, and I was just like, this. And what's with his animation?
Well,
And
it also
Yeah,
has
like
a
a
Chinese
plank
dragon
board.
look to it.
yeah,
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's true. Which again, we know that
kind of
Genndy
feels like
isn't
there's a
writing
lot
this.
there's like a hodgepodge of art styles.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was whatever we could steal this week.
quote unquote influences. But again, like, as we said earlier, we know that Genndy isn't. He didn't write this, but he still approved it, still directed.
I mean, there's not
this.
much to write.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, here's a blank
He
piece
still
of
went
paper.
along with
Okay,
it.
there you go.
Yeah. Hey, is this cool? It looks like some Chinese drawing. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go.
Yeah, you do you.
Next piece.
I don't give a shit.
Yep.
But literally, I thought, like, looking at this, I was like, is this supposed to be a zombie lion?
That's
why
exactly what
does
my
it look-
wife thought. No,
And
apparently
again-
it's a gray black lion. I don't know.
So let's think about this shot right here.
He's an extra African lion.
He obviously he fought a bunch of other lions. Kind of struggled with them, but he held his own and
Well, you
won, I
fought the
guess.
mob, and you have to fight the final boss.
Right, but this final boss has his entire torso in his mouth.
Yeah, it's fine.
And in theory, again, I'm going to just speculate here, through the suspension of disbelief, this lion, this Scar King could have just legitimately bitten him in half here, right?
Yeah. Again, the what the animators may not realize is that felines, and especially the large ones, have what are called carnassial shears.
Mhm.
So they don't have mowers like we do that grind up plant food. They are literally fucking scissors that slice meat.
Shred.
So the long fangs are to insert and get between vertebrae or to lock on, right?
Yep.
But those carnassial shears are what they actually use to remove meat. And you're sitting in between them. It's basically being between two giant scissors. Snip. And now we have 3 spears for the price of 1.
And again, I don't want to be, well, I guess I can't be overly critique here. They added some scratch marks from the claws and whatnot, but I feel like we should have gotten more after this fight, and we really didn't.
You should see right now,
right now.
This
Look
thing,
at that.
yeah. Again, those fangs are fully sunk in.
Impaled, yes, into his side. He should have 4 gaping holes on each side of his, 2 on each side of his torso here, but he doesn't. Why?
I mean, we were willing to slice like the cap of his skull off in episode 1, and we're not
With a
taking
measly
chunks out of him.
sword.
There should be chunks of him missing. There at least could be some semblance of progression.
Yeah, a slow
episodes
degradation of his form. I mean, we've essentially got, he has chunk off head and some scratches, and clearly no longer has a lower lip for some reason.
But I have the strength to rip out your eyeball.
Sure,
Yeah.
as one does.
Yep.
While getting impaled by 6-inch spikes.
Sorry, I had to step away there for a second. Did we figure out why he was able to take this on, but not 3 female lions?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Okay.
The fact that again, like this Scar lion here has spear in his whole torso in the back of its mouth. Goodwin was elaborating on the carnassial shears from the lion that we then see impaled, sunken deep into his torso, and yet no
damage.
No damage. He rolled. He must have rolled like a D20 and just like it was like, ha! I negate all that damage. And then I roll again, another D20. I rip out your eyeball from your socket. You are officially named Scar from here henceforth. And I'm gonna also discover another D20. Oh look, I remember. Look, spear. And I'll say this: I appreciate the withered away skin, and you can see some bones. Just from
Yeah,
an
don't worry,
artistic
that won't last.
perspective. Yeah, but let's see what happens in episode 3 here.
Well, and I did like the sound design of him walking with the spear, because you hear it tapping on the stone and all that. But it's, again, to what effect?
I also just want to point out that we saw like a close up of his hand in the first episode, and it still had most of its flesh on it. And there's a significant amount missing now, which means this dude needs to be a lot more beat up visually than they're letting on.
Yeah, yeah. Again, don't worry. In other shots, that hand will be fine.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to look at the consistency for the rest of the season at this point. I would half expect somehow like he comes across some sort of witch that's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Regenerate all his flesh. Exactly. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think it kind of bails the artists out a bit. So they don't. I mean,
it sure doesn't help the writers.
Sure. It's going to help one area, but it's going to make it difficult for the other. So that's what happens when you write yourself into a corner. And
when you keep continuing a story that had already ended.
Right. That too. Genndy doesn't write it all himself, or it's like, yeah, I'm fine with this. Or, hey, you move on to an anthology. Like, again, let's just have season 3 focus on my children and Fang's children, and that's
or have teams. I mean, or
that too.
There's very much a running theme in season 1 and season 2. About like connection from isolation being purely animal, to creating groups, and then family groups, and then you run into civilizations and all that. So then do like 2 or 3 episode arcs where you're exploring a theme with different characters in the world, because Spear is fucking dead.
He had a good run. 2 fantastic seasons.
He had a phenomenal run. There was a definitive start. There was a middle. There was an end. He went on a journey. He grew as an individual. He was able to pass on the legacy of such a journey.
Yep.
Doesn't fucking matter now.
Yeah. I look forward to Gran Torino 2 coming out just any day now. Walt is back and he's really pissed.
Yeah. Where's my car?
Zombie Walt, here's the Gran Torino revving out.
Grand zombie.
I can smell them. They're on my lawn.
Yeah.
There's more toads around.
Get off my lawn. I'm resting under it.
Yeah. Get off my tombstone.
Like random gangs everywhere. He's just like shooting them all.
Yeah.
I kind of now want to see Gran Torino too.
Yeah. Brought to you by Marlboro.
Oh God. Yeah. They're surprised, like, oh damn, well, he done killed our leader, so
yeah, their aggro turned off because he beat the final boss.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we like part of me here was like starting to get like, okay, maybe we're doing a little something like, okay, we're starting to see like the animals are starting to react to him like this kind of this mythological spear that we came to know in the first 2 seasons. They're seeing how powerful he can be when he has that thing. And you would have thought that with that first, like those early scenes where, they show him like touching the spear and everything, that when he finally has one, it's like, okay, maybe we've progressed a little bit. Now he just leaves it.
No. Okay.
What? It's like, what was the point of all of that?
Well, he's got to go to McQueen.
In flames.
This is a Spear Snow. It's very exciting to see him.
Yeah, I was expecting him to go take it out of his mouth and like put it on his back and then start walking. And the moment
he dropped it, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, again, because he hears the roar, like, oh, I got to keep going on my journey here, right?
He
lets go of it and just starts walking in. I was like,
yeah.
I'm literally was watching with my headphones, and I'm like, are you shitting me right now?
Yeah.
And then it ends, and I'm like, yeah, no, they're seriously doing this. Okay.
Yep.
You want him to remember yourself, and you let go of the damn
hitting
spear.
The reset button every few seconds, and it's like, this is really annoying.
Yeah.
How you're all doing this.
Yep. Man's name is Spear, and you leave it. You leave the one thing that He was most well known for it. Behind. Cool. Awesome. Great. Love that.
I dreamt of this. Okay, I got it. No, fuck it.
Yeah. Now, do you think at some point he's going to find another spear?
Oh, I'm sure if the plot needs it to happen, it'll definitely show the fuck up.
I totally had a King Theoden moment, Gord, when it's like, your hands better remember them if they would grasp your sword, King Theoden. It's like, your hands would better remember them, spear, if you grasped your spear. And it's like, this whole thing, let me pull a fucking Luke Skywalker from Ryan Johnson and throw it behind me and just walk the fuck off. It's basically what happened here.
I mean, at the very least, I guess it's not a willful leaving it behind, but it's like, that's also part of the problem. It's just like,
he has no agency.
What's going to be the point of him? If he gets to Fang, it's like, okay, well, what's the point though if there's nothing of him?
What are they going to do that he reacts to, because he damn sure has no agency of his own?
Yep.
I mean, if you were progressing him by like restoring little bits and pieces of him along the way, it's like, okay, you could do a little something with that, but that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, and the fact that it just ends here too, I'm like, well, okay.
Is that the sky that you guys all liked? It was a sky I liked.
No, the one I liked was back in the desert, because he looks up and it's like red,
warbling, with
all that, and it very much looks like Flash Gordon. I was waiting for War Rocket Ajax to come out of the of the clouds.
Yeah. Again, the fact that it ends here, and I'm like, oh god, I cannot wait to see what episode 3.
Yeah, I sure hope Shai Hulud shows up again. That'll be very
entails.
exciting. Yeah.
Vex, you said you saw the trailer for episode 3.
Yes.
Do you have that?
Oh, I can. Yeah, here
or...
I'll send you. It's in my watch history.
Watch history, yeah. So let's watch that
along with some more questionable content.
I mean, there is some questionable content in my watch history, but it's not that kind of questionable content. I started watching mukbangs a few months ago. Gord, you already know this, so.
This has out of 108 ratings on IMDb, this is an 8.1 out of 10, which is
too high.
Isn't that already lower than what it was at the beginning? It was 8.2 when we first started talking about that.
Yeah.
I mean, majority is giving it 8, 9, and 10s, which
children.
I don't know why.
Let me guess. It's like there's a whole bunch of 8, 9, and 10s, and then there's a whole bunch of 0 to 1s, and then a gap.
Yeah, there's some people that give 6s, 5s, 4s, and there's one person who gave it a 1 out of 10.
Well,
the previous seasons, Draconis are excellent. Draconis, to answer your question, the previous 2 seasons are excellent. They're legitimately great, and everyone should watch them. And the good news is, regardless of where this season goes, those 2 can remain unaffected.
I would recommend you go to Gooch's channel and watch the Primal streams that we did for season 1 and season 2. They are.
Yeah.
I mean, we really got it. And again, you could really dig into those. There was a lot of meat on the bone. There was a lot, not only story, but great animation and use of color and movement and all that. This is just lazy.
Yeah. It is unfortunate. It really is. Especially like how much we talked about these episodes in great detail.
Oh yeah, we'd spend an hour and a half, 2 hours on an episode. A 20 something minute episode.
Minutes. Yeah, 23 minutes, and we'd spend 2 hours on it.
It was easily an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of things to discuss in it.
Yeah. All right, let me pull this tab up. So what's it called? Feast of Flesh. So that's the.
Well, at least it's not vegan.
Flesh.
Title for that one. So, let's see here. I don't know if we should play sound or not, but
well, that's a look.
Oh, is this supposed to be Gollum chewing on your fucking leg? must have the meat.
Well, what is with this? The very flat coloring, the no real shading.
Simple, very simple.
Yeah,
It's too simple. I
it's
don't like
so
it.
basic.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
It's
that's
like
a
something
choice.
out of Dead Space.
yeah.
I was thinking it looks like a Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls. You can see the turban head a little bit and
Oh,
everything.
jeez.
Or the babies of like the creatures in the Descent.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a unique creature though. I know I've seen this somewhere.
Wait. Let me guess. Cue flashback. Run.
I don't know
don't
that
know,
he's going to
Nick.
get a
I don't
flashback.
know.
I think they're going to cut away from that. But yes, in the actual episode, there'll be yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That was it.
Yeah, I shaved my balls for this.
Well,
You heard me.
it's probably more enjoyable.
I didn't.
I said I shaved my balls
You-
for this.
You wanted to match the aesthetic, you know.
Yeah.
Spears
What's up,
got
Jacob?
no
How you doing, bud?
ball hair.
The ball hair that's the censorship.
A grunt from
That's
Halo.
right.
Yeah, I can see
That's
that.
what you're seeing.
It goes past the shadow, so I had to trim up.
Oh yeah,
Brought to you
Jacob's
by
got it.
Manscaped.
It does look like a grunt from Halo a little bit.
The
Yeah.
face and its little like
Yeah.
little arms.
hmm I don't know, man. I think I messaged you and I said that this was not a good episode, and I
Mhm.
ranked this episode like a 2.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you sticking with your rating?
And I
that
wouldn't
you-
go that low because I don't think it's it's not logically broken enough for me to go that low.
Well, I'm thinking like because
But
when I
there's
rate
so little to
episodes,
this episode. I might argue this is a little less broken than the previous episode, but what it lacks that the previous episode had is at least the curiosity and the intrigue of where it was going. Well, now at that point, that's kind of faded away, and we're just kind of left with nothing. So I'm like, huh.
We were able to construct a good story out of episode 1. Granted, we had to alter things substantially.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
defy you to come up with something for this one.
Yeah,
I'm curious. Let's see here.
like they managed a filler episode with something that was already kind of going nowhere.
Well, like the reason I rate it so low is like there's a couple other factors that I'm thinking of, right? So I have to think of like the standard of quality this show as a whole has set so far, right?
Yeah.
So that influences it. I'm thinking about rewatch. Going back and rewatching season 1, it was fucking great. My ratings got better, if anything. Am I gonna want to rewatch this? No, I was kind of dreading this stream in all honesty because I didn't even want to rewatch it through stills. It was so boring, right? And
Yeah.
then that's before we factor in all the issues with Spear, the inconsistencies, the poor animation and coloring, the absolute pointlessness, the lack of themes of major symbolism of anything, of substance, basically, that we've been shown
Yeah,
this
like-
show can have.
Yeah, because like even if this show, if this season were to go somewhere genuinely interesting and turn out to be relatively good, you could literally. So like, do I need to rewatch episode 2? It's like, no, he walks through the desert, encounters
I can skip
an
episodes
earthworm,
now,
he
and
encounters a lion, some lions, and remembers the spear for a moment, then lets it go. That's the whole episode, and it's just like, oh, there's literally nothing to go back to. You're right about that.
yeah, like at least even if like we're going to season 1 and 2 and it's episodes like the one in season 2 where it was the offshoot where they're in the modern day and the criminal escapes, right? I'll still rewatch that because even though it doesn't directly link to Spear and Fang's story, it links to all of the themes that their story had been working on
Yes.
for 2 seasons. So there's still value for me to watch that offshoot, even if they're just fighting monsters. Like I could say that watching like the mammoth episode in season 1 could be pointless, but that was a really good team building episode at the end of the day for Spear and Fang. And it also kind of established that the other creatures in this universe aren't just default mindless monsters. They all have their own way of living
Yeah,
and
their own
own
survival
way of thinking.
instincts and
Right.
and connections to each other and things like that. Yeah.
Exactly. And it influences like or plays off of how Spear and Fang have kind of developed those primal instincts, right?
Yeah.
So I can't do that with these two episodes that we've gotten so far. Like I could watch episode 1, I'll watch the first 5 minutes to explain how Spear came back. Don't have to watch the rest of it for anything.
Yeah, I mean the you know, so mark of good show or movie is you go back and rewatch it and it gets better the more that you watch it. This one I don't ever want to rewatch.
Mm.
Right. I was pissed watching it in real time for the first time.
Me too.
Because I could just smell how shit this was. You know,
Yeah.
that and there's nothing interesting animation wise, there's nothing interesting lighting wise, camera work wise. The design of other things are pretty tepid at best and just laughable at worst. And then there's no story, and again you can skip all of it and you're right back to I would walk 500 miles. This is totally skippable. I mean, I think Bex is generous to give it a 2.5.
What did you give it a rating
I mean,
board yet or no?
No, not yet. Well, because I mean, I would still judge this against like anything else. Like, because I'm like, okay, I've seen considerably worse episodes of television before that I would give 2 out of 10s to. But so it's like I would probably go something more like a 4 out of 10 for this. But you know, regardless, it's like I do understand the idea of giving this like a 2 or a 2.5. You know, if you're judging it just against Primal episodes, because the reality is that even if like even to the people who might like this season so far, could you really deny that these are the 2 worst episodes of the entire series? I mean,
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah,
is
be
there
honest
any
with yourself
denying
about
that
this.
even if you like them? Because I can't imagine liking these 2 episodes more than any of the other episodes.
Yeah, some of the worst episodes of like season 1 or season 2 are
Blow these out of
light
the
years
water.
ahead of this.
Yeah, which
I mean, and again, it's not. This isn't pull my finger animation block content. You know, from you know Slappy's you know public access channel, and we're rating is that these are the same motherfuckers that made season 1 and season 2, right? It's why Arcane season 2. Yeah, I mean, if it was compared to like a Saturday morning cartoon, yeah, you probably rate it higher. But the problem is it's being compared against itself because it has the same fucking name. And it's the same characters and all that. And so that drop off, I mean, the Arcane season 2, I think the most generous rating I gave something was a 1. And some of them were flat out 0. Because again, the market drop off, the lobotomized storytelling, the you know, the laziness, the random music video. Sure, why the fuck not? You know, it was offensive to watch. This is starting to offend me. Because all I have to do is go, Gendy, come over here, bro. You see these 2 seasons? You were involved with that shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened here?
Yeah, you know, I was just looking up too. Again, like who did season 3 so far, right? So episode 1 was written and storyboarded by Gendy. Story by Bachman and Tartakovsky. This episode written and storyboarded by David Krentz. Story by Bachman and Tartakovsky. I think in the beginning of it says that it was, you know, directed by Tartakovsky, but not you know, written. And it's just going by Wikipedia, of course. But I'm like, okay, what other pieces has David Krentz done? And so as I'm scrolling up, I'm seeing, you know, oh, okay, well, he did, you know, part 3 of the finale from the Colossus, you know, trilogy. He did part 1 as well with Tartakovsky. He did work with Gendy on Shadow of Fate season 2, episode 2, which is again a great episode. He did the season 1 finale. He did Plague of Madness, which I'm like, okay, I remember liking that episode. And I'm not sure if you know this, Vex, but he's a Canadian American paleo artist. Who won 2 Emmys for outstanding individual achievement in animation for Plague of Madness. in
I
season
liked
1.
Plague. That's one of my favorite episodes of this entire.
Right.
That and the Coven episode.
Yeah.
Plague of Magus was really cool.
And he's done a lot of things, like I guess a lot of other things surrounding dinosaurs. So I'm like, oh, okay, that might be his niche. And I totally understand that. He's obviously worked. He did episode 3, A Cold Death, in season 1. So like he's had, and it's just baffling because he's had his hand and directed and storyboarded some fantastic episodes in the last 2 seasons. What the hell is this shit?
There, someone else
Like-
has to be in charge of this. Like this isn't.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Is this Gendy being spiteful? I mean, I wonder again, like if there was something that was forced because it got so much recognition and so much praise, and rightfully so. And maybe they wanted to stop it, and they were just, again, coerced to do a season 3, and they're like, we really don't want to do it. Like, look, we'll write you a number here, and maybe they're going, I don't know.
Well,
To me,
or they're like, you're contractually obligated, but I mean,
Perhaps.
Gendy like right after season 2 finished was talking about doing an anthology.
Anthology,
That's,
yeah.
that's what I mentioned earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this
For the
is an
longest time.
anthology.
Right. Now, again, if the studio goes, nah, bro, that ain't it. And oh, by the way, you're still in the contract for season 3. I mean, this could be a magnificent troll by Gendy
Could
just
be.
going, all right, you want this zombie fucking story? I'll give you the zombie, literally.
Yeah, well, I wonder if someone's like, Gendy, what if Spear came back? Maybe he approached WB and was like, okay, so this is what I want to do for the anthology, and they're like, so you're not going to focus on Spear and Fang then? Well, no, their story's over. The legacy.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, the Spear's dead.
Done.
Well, there, you can work around that. Yeah, but the thing is, I can't see Tartakovsky doing that, because to troll a studio like that is to sign the death warrant on your career.
It's like them going, guys, we're going to do a 4th Lord of the Rings movie. Frodo's actually going to come back from Valinor and go on another journey to like Sea of Ruin or some shit like that.
Oh, you mean like Peter Jackson did 3 movies for The Hobbit when that shit should have been done in 1 or 1.5?
That was definitely Warner Brothers' New Line Cinema fucking forcing him to do that. Absolutely.
He did it.
Yeah.
And then he got to go and make something that he wanted to do and all that. And isn't that nice? But I can't see, again, I can't see Jackson or Tartakovsky or anybody else going, I'm going to show the red ass to the studio and publicly humiliate them by trolling them with this content. Unless he's ready to retire.
Maybe. I think for what it's worth, if it is
But I also
a
can't
giant
imagine
troll,
I can't imagine he would shit on his fans like that.
Yeah, that's where I'm struggling with. Like, 'cause I'm like, okay, at the end, it's like when the frustration wears out. Like, if you really are dragged back into this, because of contract, it's like, okay, I can understand the frustration with that,
sure.
and the instinct one might have to, say, screw the studio, blah blah blah. But I'm like, at the end of the day, though, you could still try and deliver something interesting, to your audience to say, look, I didn't want to do this, but I did my best to give you all something good. And look, I got 8 episodes left. Maybe this goes in a direction that turns out to be interesting, but it's like we're going to, at best, I think at this point, we're going to be dragging our feet to get there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many rakes you have to step on before you finally get on the path, but then we're going to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sideshow Bob never found that path with the
That's
rakes,
true.
so
Yeah.
maybe Genndy never will.
Yep.
That is very true.
I love that scene so much.
That seems so good.
Yes.
Let's go over some X posts and see what other
Do we have
people.
any-
I didn't find
Oh.
many, which I found kind of telling that not a lot of people are talking about
I think
this.
there's going to be a noticeable drop off.
Yeah, I
It
am.
was even like the tweets I bookmarked yesterday. Gord's already got half of them. So
No surprise here coming from IGN.
It's definitely a IGN 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
Mhm.
even though they gave it 9, amazing. Primal season 3 continues to be at the top of its game in week 2, as it's quickly become clear that the show has no interest in only giving us a zombified version of Spear walking around for the whole season. If you subtract 9 from 5, you get 4. That is my rating. A 4 out of 10.
Yeah, they're going to put useless obstacles in his way first. It's like, yeah,
Show
thanks,
looks
IGN.
good.
Their standard for what equals amazing.
What in the fuck are these people saying? Gendy Tartakovsky really knows how to subvert expectations. The introspection this season is adding so much depth to the brutality.
What brutality?
I mean, I feel brutalized.
The plot armor that surrounds.
They're masterfully avoiding zombie monotony. Did they get to see episodes we didn't?
I honestly, I think half the time these people are just like, oh, what's another word for I thought this was cool? And then they just plug in whatever chat GPT or thesaurus spits out.
Or they're like Stranger Things fans where they're just headcanoning shit that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That too, yeah.
Like I swear it's like when I see people talk like this and I'm like, you're like, it's like the people who use like the phrase media literacy. It's like, okay, so by anytime I hear that phrase, I think, okay, you understand storytelling like with the understanding of a Somalian IQ. You just like there's nothing there.
It's my response
jangle
to media.
keys. It's like, oh.
I'm media literate. And I was like,
post-
yes, but you have no reading comprehension. Just because you know how to read the words doesn't mean you have any understanding of
Well,
them.
this post goes exactly with what you said, Gord. Like, guys, we got fucking lions, yo.
I'm telling you, if you've never watched Mahler's review of it's like episode 4 of Ahsoka, part of why that's such a good video is because it applies to far more than that episode. Because it shows the way reactors react to just like the smallest little member berries, and that's all this is.
All right, let's
we're
be clear.
seeing this happen in real time with so many shows now.
Yeah. By the way, this is a fucking furry, and/or AJ's alt account because the at name is Lion Jurassic. Is Lion likes Ruby Rose. And bro, I cannot tell how happy I am that we finally got lions in Primal. I've been wanting this since season 1, part 1. They're ferocious, fierce, and excellent opponents in stylized fashion. That super lion on top of it was pure Primal. It's 11 out of 10 because lions.
You know what? We're gonna get a comment from AJ on this week's Circle of Jerks. Now that line had fuck me ass. He's gonna say some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
I swear, this person Lion likes Ruby Rose. I would be horrified to check their browser history.
I'd be scared, honestly.
Oh, there's going to be some DeviantArt hot links on that. You know damn well. Yep. Yeah. This is what happens when you take the furry domain and mix it with On the Spectrum, and you end up with this person.
If you want to take a gander, Gord, if there's anything worthwhile, I will venture.
No.
I'm not going anywhere near that.
There are some roads you don't travel.
No.
Hey, listen, we did stumble across one of the greatest things last week.
We did.
Actually, 2 of the greatest things.
We did.
Yes.
week.
I mean, LLTismo, the signpost was there with the profile pic.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, we know that this is a real one.
This is also a signpost that it says danger, the bridge is out ahead.
Enter at yield risk.
Yeah, this is I have seen shit that'll turn you white.
I like they're ferocious, fierce, and excellent opponents and stuff. Excellent opponents? Yo, your whole pride got wrecked by a fucking zombie caveman.
Dude, it's worse than that. They got wrecked by a fucking pool of water.
Yeah, they fucking drowned, bro.
But bro, there were lions. Did you not see the lions? And there was the super lion.
And
the super lion with the other lions was so super. It's 11 out of 10. My favorite episode. I have been waiting for this since episode 1 of season 1.
I quote Walt Kowalski, "What is with this bro shit?
Yeah.
Fucking pussy."
Yeah.
Well, this fagaloon probably likes lions because they walk in prides, just like he probably does.
Oh yeah, I definitely in that pride parade.
Yeah, listen. Lions IRL, cool. They're ferocious as fuck. They're strong as hell. Again, if you've ever watched videos of
even does that name mean at Lion Jurassic? What does that even mean?
It's got lion and it's got Jurassic. I like dinosaurs and I like lions. They had both of the things that I like. Also, I am wearing my Garanimals underwear and it is lion themed.
These are the type of people that think that they can play tug of war with a
bullying
lion.
randos on the internet with this show now.
It's the show's fault, damn it. It's the
It's
writer's
the
fault,
show's
not ours.
fault.
I feel like this
No,
is the
it's their
same-
fault. It's like, hey, we didn't make you say this. Bro,
Look.
can I tell you how like, we didn't make you say that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, if you were a village idiot, you could just stay in the fucking your village. So I never seen it, but you got to come out and go ahead and put that shit on international display. I'm gonna have. If you're gonna be ridiculous, it would be rude of me not to ridicule you.
I feel like
More
honestly, when I
impersonations.
see posts like that, it reminds me. It's like this is actually the value of children's shows like Mr. Rogers when we were a kid. Is you understood that this type of behavior was for children.
Yes.
So as you got
Yeah.
older, you were supposed to grow out of it. They never experienced it, so they've never grown out of it.
Careful,
Yeah.
you're going to trigger some 40-year-old people with statements like that, Gord.
Oh, I'm good with that. Let's go.
I sent.
Why
I sent
don't
two more
you play
links,
with
by
your
the way.
plastic toys some more, motherfuckers?
I was gonna say these are the type of people that think that they could somehow play tug of war with the lion and win, and they've
I
never
don't want
watched.
to know the type of tug of war.
Oh, they're tugging all right.
Yeah, they're tugging at something.
Hello, Piranha.
We
Hey,
weren't
Pouty.
making fun of him. We were pointing out. that
Hold
we
on.
like
I don't
you.
know what this wee shit is. I was definitely making fun of AJ.
Yeah, Pouty. This episode had Scar and the whole lion pride of.
Oh yeah,
of
it
Lion
was
King in
it was the primal Lion King crossover that AJ has been jerking off in anticipation of for years.
He's definitely gonna watch this episode on repeat.
Yeah,
In
he is
whatever
going to get
fashion.
carpal tunnel. He is going to get carpal tunnel.
He might miss his own stream
Yeah.
because he's been watching this episode.
We're going to have to start calling him Claw.
AJ, you're awfully quiet over there, and your camera's still off.
Mm.
I like lions. I drink Rondo. The first mutilator.
Has
It has electrolytes.
It has what lions crave.
All right, let's look at this this post here.
But what about the
Uh,
economy?
Chase Orlandini. Primal Season 3, Episode 2, Kingdom of Sorrow is so good. The suspense, the thrill, the action, all perfectly written in this episode.
Perfect. What was written?
What was perfect?
Perfect. What was suspenseful? What was
No.
where was
What-
the thrill?
Perfect. We'll get to perfect after we establish what was written.
Also, I'm not taking writing advice from this motherfucker. Look at his bio. These creatures we are here before us.
Semicolon.
Semicolon.
And
They're going to be here after.
he uses weird correctly the second time.
Yes, he does. Yes, well, that's the only way he knows how to spell it. Broken clocks and all of that shit.
This is your bio, dude.
It's perfectly written though.
Okay, I'm pretty sure
That should
his
be the
his
comment.
at
It's as perfectly written as your bio.
Yeah, oh yeah, his ad is his Jurassic Park
Jurassic
fan.
Park fan 97.
Yeah.
None
Doesn't
yet,
even use a
Waylon.
semicolon correctly.
I was gonna be doing myself when I watch Lion King today. Nice.
I hope you beat that kid for that. You don't want him to turn into AJ.
Oh my god.
Lion King will turn you gay.
All right, hold on. Wait, hold on. What's the other one I have?
Remember who you are.
Hold on. I want to say
straight.
this other one.
Well, straight.
Shoot. Hold on. Insanely
You
sane.
beat a kid if they want to watch Pocahontas.
Season 3, Episode 2 of Primal Sports without context.
That's pretty accurate. That is what it looked like.
We referenced
Oh
this
my God.
earlier.
Gordon, yeah.
That's part of why I pulled the link, because I was like, I thought of that too.
Okay, this was a great post.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody about that. Yeah, basically, yeah.
You, sir, getting that like.
Oh, hell yeah.
Basically like. Absolutely. That was a good one. And
He
I
is, in
think
fact, insanely sane.
this next one, this one made me laugh in just the wrong way. I don't know why, but
It wasn't that accurate, but it was funny when I saw it. Actually, you know what's even better is that was posted on MLK Day.
was it really? January 19th. Holy shit. Not the night this episode premiered, the next day.
The lion
Jesus
sleeps tonight,
Christ.
baby.
Oh, man.
Does that mean that Spear's guilty of a hate crime?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh my gosh, the LK in MLK stands for Lion King.
Oh my God.
What? Hold on. What does this mean? Is this some weird anime thing I've never heard of?
I know all there is to know about the lion game.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I was just reading this person's bio.
Oh.
Anime.
Yeah. I was like, it's Izutsumi? I was like, I don't know what that is, but
It's weird to me that this person has this picture up and they also have,
And
like,
they have Free Palestine.
I'm like, do they not
Look,
know
this
what
is so
picture
bad.
is?
It's even
Maybe-
taking the mentally defective and going, you know, that's some shit right here.
It kind of makes me wonder if they don't quite understand the context of what they post.
yeah, maybe not. Someone should just write on underneath as opposed accurate.
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 I mean, they do have a watermelon in there.
Much like Martin Luther King Jr., Spear also had a dream.
Yeah.
I mean, that lion had a dream too to lead a pride, and Spear killed that. So
That's
Excuse
true.
me, it's a cat. It's I can has dream.
I can has dream now.
Yeah.
I can has dream
Yeah.
now. Who lynched the lion? Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Waylon? Which is worse, horror fans, Jurassic Park fans? Horror fans,
Jurassic
for
World
sure.
fans. Horror fans
Yeah,
are bad. Jurassic World fans.
Jurassic World fan. I am a Jurassic Park fan, but not World fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it definitely seems like there was less posts.
I mean, what the
for-
fuck are they
for
going to
this
say?
week.
Well,
Yeah.
not
Well,
a goddamn thing happened. Okay. Other than
nothing
I
bad.
like the lion. There was the lion in it. I thought lion.
even because like last week's episode went up really quickly on the sites, and even
Mhm.
like yesterday I was in the Discord, I was like, where the fuck is
Struggling.
the episode? Took till
Yeah.
4:45 for it to in the afternoon for it to show up.
Yeah, and like a couple of sites, they're like, nah,
Yeah.
We're not in any rush.
man, this
You
shit
know,
ain't even worth my bandwidth. Fuck that shit.
We'll eventually get to it, but until then, just be patient if you want. I'm sure the people who are uploading like, damn,
Or they're probably just like, look, I'm doing this for you. I'm not uploading any more of this shit.
Mhm.
Just walk away.
Well, guys, yeah. I mean, I wish we had more to talk about, but it sucks when we don't really get much out of an episode like this, like we did in the first two seasons. I feel like
I want you to pull up what I'm about to share a link with. Just it has nothing to do with the show, but it's too good not to share.
okay, I will. There's only one Jurassic Park movie, amen. But there were these other movies, yeah. Jammer for $5. This is the perfect segue into the video I sent Vex today.
He's, I like, unironically, he's not wrong, but I also don't want your channel to get struck or anything. So it's,
gotcha.
It's some racist stuff.
I'll watch it if you want to throw it in Discord, but
Yeah, I'll throw it in the Discord.
I mean, we watched
Yeah.
Gran Torino yesterday, so you know.
Jamma said that to me, and like
repeated
I was just like,
lines.
this is my jam of 2026 now. So thank you, Jamma.
hold on, let me put this over here. Can I play the sound on Discord?
I didn't listen to the sound, so
Oh, hold on.
The imagery was enough to where it was making me chuckle. So
Oh, I could totally play it. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Jesus. All right.
it's how we feel about this show so far, I think.
Here we go. Y'all ready for this? Hold on.
Manuel Mouse.
Manuel Mouse.
Okay.
Why is Minnie smoking a cigarette and Minnie a man?
Oh, Minnie.
You know, this is all part of the Disney agenda, though.
Oh God. He's like, please don't call ICE.
Fuck you. I'm on my union break.
We call mice.
Don't call mice. Holy shit.
At first, I was like, "Is there any point of like chance?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, y'all were watching like clips of random stuff at the end of a stream a couple weeks ago. Why not?"
Hell yeah.
That's the high note of the episode here. Is that video?
It was a damn sight more entertaining than the Primal episode.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. This is a rough episode. Both of them are.
Rough season, man. I was really hoping that this was going to be like a strong start to 2026 with this, but we're getting into Alien Earth like kind of levels of I don't want to watch this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not quite. I mean, it's not that broken yet, but at the same time, it's just like, you're all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're all doing. I mean, you're not quite damaging the IP. It's just like, why are you? What's even the point? Why did this even happen?
Don't play it. Jim, what happened? You're trying to get me in trouble here.
I tagged you both in the Discord. I posted it in the Discord.
Okay. Phil prays for you with metal. Love metal. Krista got him on stream a few times. Talking about
Gendy?
Or the Minnie Mouse.
Gendy or the
Minnie Mouse,
Manuela Mouse. Talking about Krista from Geeks and Gamers? That Krista? I know they would.
I don't even know what him we're talking about.
Yeah.
Him.
I'm assuming Manuel Mouse. Gotta find Manuel Watson under that skirt.
Mm-hmm.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms looks promising. I have not watched the first episode yet. I'm going to wait until that show is completely out. And then
I won't even watch House of the Dragon until it's over.
Well, I mean,
if at all, because I'm like, if I already got burned by Game of Thrones, so it's like, if you want to get me on board of another piece of Game of Thrones material, you better do something well.
That's the one thing that amuses me is that people are talking about, oh, well, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, this is about egg, whatever. And I was like, that motherfucker hasn't finished that series either, right?
Yep.
Nor will he, because
like
he never finishes anything.
It's at the comment I saw today where he's like, I don't know why they spent so much time with whoever it is that's taking a shit behind the tree. And I don't know the context of it because I haven't watched the episode yet, but it's like the theme's playing and all of a sudden it's just him like pooping behind his ass out.
It's playing the Game of Thrones theme.
Oh, while he's
they then have him take it. Stop. He takes a shit and then it starts with the theme for this show. They are straight up shitting on Game of Thrones.
I was like, that's just an analogy there. Like we're just shitting on Game
of
Thrones.
It is straight up. Okay, and now stop and shit. Okay, now let's start our theme and let's do this.
And then I think George was like, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't go to any such lengths to talk about any of my characters taking a poop or whatever." And then someone posted a comment about him going into an elaborate detail of like him of him pooping. I'll see if I can bring that up because I think it's kind of hilarious. But
I was laughing at just George R. R. Martin saying that his
I was
book
right.
series is going to end very different from the series. I was like, yeah, it's not going to have one.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so. Yeah, I agree. That's very different.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was.
You're not finishing that. It's like if it's taking you this long to write Winds of Winter, it's like you're not going to live long enough to finish the series because you've got at least one more book after that.
Look, he's a lot like J.J. Abrams in the fun part of writing a story, coming up with the initial idea, and then do the adventures and all that shit. You know the hard part, fucking coming up with a resolution and ending. And he's a lazy bitch who avoids discomfort. He's like, no, that's hard. I don't want to do that. I'm here. Here's some more books. I'm going to start another series that I'll never fucking finish. And in many ways, he can't. Like Game of Thrones, he's fucked. He can't write a satisfactory ending for that. He can't resolve shit.
Yeah.
There's no sane way to do it.
I might not have liked it. I don't think I bookmarked it either, but there was one post that I saw on my feed that Ryan Kinnell actually. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick because it does involve Gendy. I'll share my screen real quick. Hold on. But yeah, Phil, I figured it was Krista and Jay on Paracub, and so thanks for clarifying that. So he posted or reposted from Star Wars Holocron saying Star Wars Clone Wars creator Genndy Tartakovsky turned down a leadership role at Lucasfilm in 2005, which led George Lucas to bring on Dave Filoni. And Ryan said the beginning of the end of Star Wars, to be honest. I love the 03 Clone Wars. I think it is the only Clone Wars show, in my opinion. I know that again that got snubbed, which I'm like, okay, so explain why Grievous is coughing. You know why? Because Mace Windu force crushed that fucker's heart, and that's why he's coughing up every 5 seconds. But we're just gonna completely ignore that, even though that was.
Look, I have a much more reasonable explanation. Imperial healthcare sucks. You have general tuberculosis.
Healthcare, yeah.
You have general tuberculosis, and then you have Darth Vader, who has a constant asthma attack. I'm not sure that they're using their best and brightest to provide this healthcare.
Then he has a man inside her wanting to get out. Ooh.
And he's smoking.
But yeah,
Tartakovsky's a short man. I just saw that he's 5'7".
Really?
And his birthday was 3 days ago.
Oh wow! Oof. Well, it's taller than Rossi.
Oh God!
Happy birthday! Your first 2 episodes of season 3 suck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks for giving us this shit present. Did you happen to watch Mahler and Gary and Ryan discussing the first episode of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
No, because I hadn't watched it yet, and
so I quickly stopped paying attention to that and was paying attention to what was going on in chat because somebody mentioned that they met the actor that played Jon Snow, right? And they were like,
Kit, yeah.
I was really surprised. He's like 5'4".
He's not tall at all. And
there was a guy in there who decides to just go, I don't know why you're talking about. That's remarkable. The only people that obsess about the height of short people or tall people. And I'm just looking, I was like, and one of the mods was like, bro, what are you talking about? I mean, also, and this guy, I'm just saying, that short people, they're perfectly fine with that. And this, that, whatever. And so I was like, yeah, little man's disease is definitely not a thing. And the guy then proceeds, so he starts getting into the argument with the mod. And at some point, I matted to the mod, and I was like, dude, yeah, I'm 6'5". I definitely don't have to deal with the little man in every fucking bar that wants to come up to me. And he was like, brother, I understand I'm 6'6". And I said, what bars do you go to so I can hang out so they'll fuck with you and leave me alone? And we were kind of laughing, but this guy just keeps getting more and more aggressive. I mean, he is straight up demonstrating little man's disease or short man syndrome, whatever you want to call it. And the mod is just like, he's just like, dude, wait, you getting some butt hurt and all that. And I was like, definitely not a stereotype. And so he was like, yeah, he's getting a little crazy. And then the guy said something like, you cum sucking, this and that, whatever. And I was like, I was like, Lollipop Guild do be wildin'. And the mod was fucking dying laughing. But he's just engaged. And this guy is doing nothing but textbook demonstrating the short man syndrome. There's a little man's disease shit going on here. And I am laughing. I gave not a fuck what was being said on the stream. I was just being absolutely entertained by this. This guy is also 5'4", and then he goes, "Well, I'm 44 years old, and this and that, whatever." And I was like, "Well, I got 11 years on you, and I've had to deal with your short asses plenty of times coming up with your little man disease, and you're demonstrating it right now." Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. He says, "Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise to see my characters don't take shits, but normally I don't write them at any length. When I saw the rough cut, I wrote, 'What is this? Well, where did this come from? I don't really know if we need this shit.' But showrunner Ira Parker liked it for whatever reason." And then someone in the comments goes, "Sunset found her squatting in the grass, groaning. Every stool was looser than the one before and smelled fouler. By the time the moon came up, she was shitting brown water. The more she drank, the more she shat. But the more she shat, the thirstier she grew, and her thirst sent her crawling to the stream to suck up more water."
A song of ice and fire.
I mean, this is a fiery
A song of
ass.
shit and water.
More fiery ass after that. I get a little amoebic dysentery and whoo.
Just like this.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
And it's like, it's even weirder that this is like a teenage girl that he's describing this. This is, because Daenerys is considerably younger in the books. She's considerably younger in the books than the show depicts her. Like, I think when the books start, she's like 13 or 14.
Yeah, I saw this meme too. Yeah. That's why I was like, what happened? Because I hadn't watched it and I was just going off of what this meme here said. GOT fandom theme song starts playing, intensifies. The beat is about to drop, and it's just him taking a shit.
It does. I mean, it's literally like record scratch, and then.
Yeah, this is exactly what your fans want to see.
He dropped
right?
a beat.
I mean, to be fair, it's absolutely representative of Game of Thrones, and they're like, "We're not this shit. We're going to be something different."
It definitely coincides with the writing though, and everything. That's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
it's symbolic of season 8, and well, really
Season 2 of House of the Dragon as well. Basically, 2 of the last 3 seasons that were ever written in that universe were shit. Yeah, I love season 1 of House of the Dragon.
Why are we talking about Game of Thrones on a Primal stream?
I don't know.
Well,
It's just other shows that we might.
here, so we fill in. We wanted you to make you feel welcome.
I guess it's just in the event that when Primal season 3 is over, do we talk about that? Hopefully.
I hope there's a
something else
turn in your
to talk
pocket when you say "we."
No, but
You're using the royal "we" when you say that.
we. Yes,
we have looked upon this and decided we are satisfied.
Well, that being said, we'll end it here. Gord, I know I asked this last night, but tell the people watching tonight what you got going on this week.
Wrapping up a video that I should have out in the next couple of days, and I'll be doing a watch along with Pops. It'll be recorded, so it'll be out days after we do it, but we're going to be talking Memories of Murder.
So you're putting out a rap video and you're doing Memories of Murder. Man,
Yeah.
this is quite the character turn for you, Gord.
Word.
Oh,
Word to
Memories
your
of
mother.
Murder is a top 3 favorite film for me.
I know. Yeah. Pop asked me, we did Eraserhead a couple weeks ago, which
Mhm.
both of us were kind of disappointed by. And I didn't hate it, but I was like, this is kind of overrated. But he was like, "What should we do next?" I was like, "Well, we were supposed to do Memories of Murder, but we weren't able to get around to it. So I think we should do that one." Fully knowing Vex will kill me if I don't watch this movie.
That too. I've only been telling you to watch it for 2 years.
Well, I'm getting around to it before you've gotten to 3:10 to you. So.
Oh, okay. Good point. Good point. Fair call.
I was going to put that on the first couple of months here, ironically, Gord, for Masculine Mondays.
I love 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh, there's another David Lynch movie you need to put on that calendar at some point.
Which one?
Elephant Man.
Yeah, that one I do want to see. That one I do want to see. Because I haven't seen a ton of his movies. Like I've seen like Mulholland Drive. I've seen that. And I think there's one other. I just can't remember what. But
are you talking
about Eraserhead? I was just kind of like, all right.
Elephant Man with John Hurt? That Elephant Man?
Yes, David Lynch.
Oh, I didn't know that was a David Lynch movie. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, we talked about maybe doing that for Mondays as well.
Yeah. And Mel Brooks produced it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Kept his name off of it because he didn't want people to think it was a comedy.
I would have assumed it was a comedy. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. We know this is about. It's going to be a fun comedy.
Oh, yeah. The other David Lynch movie I saw was Dune.
Yeah, we're not doing that one on Mondays.
No.
I mean, it's better than Denny's.
I like Denny's way more. I hated 1984 Dune. I thought it was awful.
Same here, Lord.
There's visual differences, unlike everything's a piss filter with Denny's.
No, Denny's has plenty of problems, don't get me wrong, but if I have to watch either, I'll watch Denny's.
The problem with 84 is like, okay, we don't have two movies. Let's try and resolve it in one. Nope.
Yeah, that ain't happening. You're gonna have a 6-hour movie, bud, or what?
And then it was like, oh my god, we've got on speed run fever dream. All right, let's finish this up.
Yeah.
Like I left 84 Dune. I was like, what did I just watch?
Yeah.
Like what even is this movie? Like at least like Denny's version, it's like, okay, at least I understand story-wise what's going on and everything. It's like this could be it could be considerably better, but I was like, it's watchable.
Right.
Yeah, I wish that there was the visual style of 84 Dune.
Yeah, if you could combine those two, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah. Because I mean, like Harkonnens are noticeably different.
And I'll give Lynch's version this. The music in Lynch's version is way better.
Yeah.
That's the one really great thing about 84 Dune is the music's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Kieran, what else you got going on this week?
I think probably Browns tomorrow, where we'll be covering the movies of 1986.
Okay.
And I don't think I have anything else this week. I know that next week on Blue Collars, after having suffered Neil Breen's twisted pair, which twisted my pair, we're going to do The Postman.
Okay.
Which is a movie that is desperately in need of an editor because it's in Costner's totally self-indulgent phase that also gave us Waterworld. But this is a much better story and much more interesting one.
Don't.
Waterworld is shit. Stop.
Waterworld is awesome. Okay,
It is shit.
You're just a hater. You're just a hater.
You're
okay,
damned right. I'm a hater for Waterworld.
I love Waterworld. Bless Niet, because if Niet hadn't asked me to make his Waterworld video, I'd never have seen it. And now Waterworld is one of my favorite movies.
Do you get to use handicap parking with that opinion, or is that?
Yes, I do.
Thought so.
I love Waterworld, man. It's fucking great. I bought the book, the movie novelization. I bought it. I haven't read it yet, but no, I love Waterworld.
It is retarded.
Waterworld is to Vex what Sign is to Box Office Brawler.
We're gonna raid right into him.
The below average intellect.
I just went in there to drop inappropriate comments in the chat.
I want to end this and then go right into him and then see what's going on, because I definitely want to drop some hot takes in there for it. And ironically, he had said that he wanted to do. I was like, what movies you thinking about doing this year? And he's like, I might do Elephant Man and Eraserhead, and I was like, oh boy. But
oh my god,
what else you got going on this week, Vex?
I'm editing. That's it.
Gotcha.
You're my only stream this week, Nick.
Ooh.
Yeah,
lovely.
I know you got that privilege. B-Sup didn't get that privilege at all.
What a fucking disappointment.
I know for this. I decided
like,
I don't want to
For this, exactly. Yeah.
Bix is also saying, I shaved my balls for this? Really?
for real. Seriously, I stayed up past 10 for this. Like,
Right. Yeah, no shit. As for myself, I will more than likely be doing a gaming stream Thursday just to kind of chill after a long week. And then next Monday, we're going to be talking a Bronx Tale for Masculine Mondays.
Nice.
So, and then
I may have something that interferes with that. I'll let you know in a couple of days.
that works. But yeah, until then, appreciate everyone who watched us in a replay or for the first time, whatever. The likes, all that kind of fun stuff, subs. We're going to rate into box office brawler. He's talking about signs. Let's go tell him what's wrong with the movie. And
I mean, it has the benefit of not being this episode of Primal.
that's true.
That's true.
That's very true. So